Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Sa kabila po ng halos 24 na oras ng pag-uulan, salamat po sa Diyos, tayo pa rin ay binigyan ng pagkakataong magkatipon-tipon ngayong gabing ito. We give thanks to Him for at least for the energy, for the safety. Kahit papano kami kanina medyo tumila, kahit papano ang ulan, naririto po tayo. And I do believe more than us here, a lot of our pilgrims, of our brothers and sisters would like to join us, but they cannot anymore because of the floods and of the situations. And in this gathering of ours, we remember them in our prayers. We remember also the safety of everyone. Saktong-sakto naman po na sa kabila ng mga oras na ito na hinahampas tayo ng napakadaming ulan at kahit papano ng ilang mga hangin, ay natitipon ho tayo at narinig ho natin ang isang karanasan ni Jesus at ng kanyang mga alagad na hinahampas din ng hangin at marahil ng malalakas na alon. And indeed, my dear brothers and sisters, Jesus and Peter would like to teach us something on how we can go about, how we can cross over from the experience of waves, of rains, and typhoons. And what they would offer to us are not flood control projects, neither dams, neither correct water flow or pagpapalaki ng mga water gulp in our communities. No. But they would like to offer something important that all of us would need when we face every rain, every waves, every turmoil and trouble in our lives. If you were in a way attentive as I was reading the gospel a while ago, I was in a way giving some significance to this scene. When they saw the Lord during that fourth watch of the night, that's around 3 a.m. to 6 a.m., habang sila ay hinahampas ng malakas na alon na ito, they all collapsed and they all shouted, "Mayroong multo." And indeed, in one way or another, they were able to recognize Jesus. And Peter, assuring that belief, Matthew said, Peter got out of the boat and began to walk on water toward Jesus. But here's the catch. But when he saw how strong the wind was, he became frightened. When his eyes were all on Jesus, he was walking on water. But when he saw how the wind was strong, he became frightened. He began to sink, and he called to Jesus, "Lord, save me." Naroroon na, kahit papano may milagro na rin siyang nakalakad na siya sa tubigan. Kaso, saan po tinuon ni Pedro yung kanyang mata? Hindi kay Jesus, kundi sa nangyayari sa kanyang paligid na pangit, na masidhi at karumal-dumal. Kaya nalunod siya. And that is why Peter and Jesus would like to offer this beautiful message to all of us, that in this life of trouble, of waves and air, of anything that is bad, do not focus on the waves, but to the one who saves. Do not focus on the waves, but to the one who saves. Elijah, in our first reading, did not place his heart, his all intention, and all his eyes when there was a heavy wind, when there was fire, when there was earthquake. But when that tiny whisper came or crossed over his presence, in the Old Testament, the act of covering his face is an act of recognition to something that is divine. Ito na nga ang Diyos sa piling ko. Not to those things that are gruesome and troublesome, but he made his focus, his attention bright and clear to that tiny whisper that crossed over his presence. In our second reading from the letter of Paul to the Romans, Paul was then attentive that in the midst of all these troubles, Christ is over all. Si Jesus ay higit pa sa problema. Si Jesus ay higit pa sa takot natin. Si Jesus ay higit pa sa mga kalamidad na mayroon tayo sa loob ng ating puso at sa labas ng ating mga buhay. Not to focus on those things, but to focus our eyes to Jesus, who is over all. Naglakad nga sa tubig, pinatila nga ang ulan at ang kalamidad. Dahil siya na ang pinakahigit pa sa lahat ng bagay. Sa takot natin, sa kalamidad ng buhay, sa problema natin, sa sakuna ng ating buhay, ito si Jesus, ito lamang yung mga bagay na iyan. Do not focus on the waves, but to the one who saves. And maybe, my dear brothers and sisters, we are reminded of the many waves that we have. Ano ho ba itong mga alon na mayroon tayo? Maybe to the youth here, to the young ones here, Father, I am just beginning this school year. Mayroon po kong striktong professor, mayroon po kong mahinang subject, wave yan. Nakakatakot po eh. Anino pa lamang the thought of it's already Monday, it's already Tuesday. Waves yan. But what are those saving factors that you can also focus and look upon? You pray, maybe double your effort, maybe take away that inhibition. Baka tayo lang din na nagpapatakot sa ating sarili. And if we are focusing too much on those waves until the end of your school year, you might see yourself losing and drowning also. Father, ito naman pong asawa kong to, no? Napagsabihan ko ng lahat, inintindi ko ng lahat, inintay ko na bago siya makauwi. Wala pa rin, walang natututunan. Waves yan ng mga mag-aasawa. At madami pang iba. But what are those saving factors that you also focus? Will you just focus on the waves of being impatient to one another, of not caring anymore for one another, not expressing the warmth of your love to one another? Baka may kailangan tayong pagtuunang pansin na makakasalba. Maybe it's time for you to pray together once more, to remember how the Lord has blessed your relationship, and there mend your love for one another once again. Itong naranasan natin simula pa kahapon hanggang ngayon, at hari nawa umuwi po tayong wala nang mga tubig at habagat sa mga oras na ito. Literal na waves yung mga bagay na iyan. But we've been seeing people that in the midst of waves are saving one another. May mga parokyang mapalad ho tayo, hindi ho tayo binabaha dito. Pero may ibang mga nagsisimba. Bago makapagsimba, dala-dala ang kanilang mga balde para alisin ang baha, para makasimba ang lahat. But what if they focused their attention, ay baha, di na ako magsisimba. Ay baha, nako, kadiri naman dyan, ayoko na. But in the midst of such, they all focused on what we can save each other. Nagbayanihan, nagtulungan. Di ko lang ho alam, di lang natin alam sa mga taong nakakulimbat nang dumagdag pa sa mga waves ng buhay natin ngayon. Ano kayang nararamdaman nila? Sana hindi masarap ang dinner nila mamaya. Because instead of focusing on what will save us, they focused on what can add to our waves. And I hope, my dear brothers and sisters, Jesus leaves this beautiful message to us. In the many waves, rains, winds, troubles that we have, do not focus on the waves, but to the one who will save us. Madamdam na, masakit na, madilim na ang ating spiritual life. Maybe we are even focusing to our consolation, but please, kailangan daanan tong mga bagay na ito, but be attentive to what will save you. Maybe you are lacking in prayer. Maybe you are focusing too much on the things around you and not anymore to Jesus. My dear sisters and brothers, it is not about what will control the floods, what will stop everything that is the best secret in the life of storms, in this life of storms. But in these moments, I wish to give this message again, that Jesus would like to remind us, do not focus on the waves, but to the one who saves. Baka sa pagtingin natin lagi sa alon, sa hangin, sa tubig, sa karahasan, sa kasalanan, sa kadiliman at kasamaan natin, baka makita lang din nating mas lumalim dito, mas naperwisyo at mas napasama pa dito. Raise your head. Someone is standing along the shore, standing on the water, reaching you out. Jesus telling you, tingin sa akin. Baka hindi ka na tumitingin sa akin kaya natatalo ka na. Tumingin ka sa akin na magsasalba sa iyo at hindi sisira sa iyo.